Okay, so in this video I want to talk about sum of fractions. Okay, now we actually have to think about going back to what is it that we assume when we add numbers. So when we say we have 1 plus 1, these two ones represent the exact same quantity, right? So that means we can say these are, since exactly the same quantity, we can say this is 2. Okay, but what if I said, the one is not, it's not the same thing, but let's say we have an apple and we have a watermelon, let's say. If I say this plus this, you can't really say this is 2, because that 2 means, what do you mean by this 2 here? Do you mean 2 apple or do you mean 2 watermelon? It gets confusing. Okay, so when we're adding numbers, we're assuming we're talking about the two exact same type, okay, exact same object. Now when it comes to fraction, we have, let's say, 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3. They are the exact same size. So 1 over 3 represents, let's say if you had a pizza, that's 1 over 3. And we have 2 of those, so we'll get 2 over 3. Now the problem happens when the denominator is different. Okay, so let's call that example 1, example 2. Right, what happens if the denominator is different? Okay, so let's say we have a half plus a third. Now we cannot say this is 2 over either 2 or 3, or if some students like to do this, they like to add the 2 and 3 and say this is 2 over 5. No. Okay, this represents, right, this right here represents, the right side here represents, if you have a pizza, you cut it up into 5 even pieces, and we have 2 of those things. If you look at that, that's not even actually half. That's not even half the pizza. We have half a pizza plus a third of pizza, so this is clearly not the answer. So this visually actually means, right, half of a pizza, you get another pizza, and a third of pizza. Okay? They're different size, we cannot add like the way we would like to. But here's what we can do instead. So this half, we can cut this up into 3 pieces. And this one right here, okay, we can cut up into 2 even pieces. Then this right here, right, this piece, ask yourself how many of that piece will fit into the entire pizza? How many of this will fit into the entire pizza? You can fit in 6. How about this one? Right, we can fit that also, 6 of those into the entire pizza. So really the half is 3 over 6. And 1/3 is, we can say, is clearly, if you cut them into 6 pieces, it's 2 out of 6. Now we're talking about the exact same thing. Okay, and what we're talking about is the 1 over 6 is the exact same thing. So one piece out of, if you were to cut it up into 6 even slices, in half there's 3, and a third there is 2. So we have 3 of the same thing, 2 of the same thing. Now we can say we have 5 of the 6 slices. Okay, so now we just add the top, but don't touch the bottom. Okay, I hope that made sense. So let's do a little bit harder problem. Let's say we have a 3 over, let's say 10 plus 1 over 6. Okay, so the key here is to figure out, this is 3 out of 10 pieces, 10 even pieces. And it's 1 out of 6 pieces. So how can we cut up the 10 and 6 so they end up being the same size? And the key is the lowest common multiple between 10 and 6. Okay, lowest common multiple between 10 and 6. So the lowest common multiple between 10 and 6, they have a common factor of 2. Since 10 is 2 times 5 and 6 is 2 times 3, the lowest common multiple, right, must be at least 10, so 2 times 5, right? And we already have the 2 in here, so we just need to include the 3, so it's 30. Okay, it's 30. So how does 10 become 30? Well, we have 10 here. 10 becomes 30 by multiplying by 3. So we have 2 times the top and bottom by 3. How does a 6 become 30? So we have 6 here. We need to multiply the top and bottom by 5. Now note that when you do that, the bottom for both of them becomes 30. So 1 in 30 is a common size piece. Okay, and 3 over 10 represents 9 of those pieces, and 1 over 6 represents 5 of those pieces. Now that the bottom is the same, the denominator is the same, we can add this. We can say this is 11 out of 30 pieces. Summary: if you have fraction sum where the base is already the same, so if you have like 7, 7, let's say you have 2, 3, here it's already the same slice size, right? This is 2 out of 1 over 7. This is 3 of 1 over 7. So you can just add. You can just add if the bottom is same. Okay. However, if it's different, right? Like the example we just did, let's say 1 over 5 plus let's say 1 over 10. You have to make the base same, and the key is LCM, lowest common multiple between 5 and 10. In this case, the lowest common multiple is 10 because 10 is the multiple of 5. So you don't have to do anything to 10, but the 5 you got to multiply top and bottom by 2. Like that. And what we get is 2 over 10 plus 1 over 10. So we get 3 over 10. Okay. So sum of fraction is there. You do have to be a little bit more careful. It's not as straightforward as regular sum of regular numbers. And it's in fact actually more complicated even multiplying fractions as well.